Hey, the basketball league is fake, man. They're like, I know, I know. I don't know. I just feel like motherfuckers felt when they found out that wrestling was fake. Yeah, this shit fake, bro. Straight up. Think about it. I mean, it's like just look at anything on TV as a TV show, even sports. That's the simplest way I could put it. Like all of these people are like playing a role in a TV show. Yeah, all the sports. I talk about basketball because I like to play basketball, so it's what I watch. But all of these professional sports fall into the category of entertainment and a TV show. I think it grabs the most people because you believe it's real. Like if you watch the Blueface and the girl, you like, okay, I know this shit fake. I'm just watch it still though for entertainment. But it'd be hard for people that watch sports to think like that. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. I can speak on basketball, but I'm sure it applies to every sport. Think of how easy you can like fucking blow the game. It's easy. Like anybody that play basketball know, like I can miss this shot, bro. Like it's always a 50-50 chance. And you have to focus to make the shot. So if you go, I mean, if you try to miss it, then your percentage will go way down. You might still make it, but not if you really trying to miss it. So if they trying to be realistic, then they gonna have to make it look real. But I play basketball, bro. It's easy to miss a shot. Like on 25 or 21, when you get to the go back point, if you playing 21, it's 20. If you playing 25, it's 24. And if you miss on that shot, you go back. In 21, you go back to 13. In 25, you go back to 17. So, I mean, it's easy. Like when people get 23 and they get that free throw, then they miss it. Easy. Some people, little kids, just throw the ball at the rim or just make it look like they didn't try to make it at all. But like for people that know how to shoot, it's easy to make it look like you tried to make it, but you miss it. I'm left-handed, so I'll be making shots on accident for real. Like I have to just look like it's gonna be an airball type shit. Cause I just think like that. But no, I was just watching the LeBron post interview how they beat the Grizzlies, and then you just see this whole storyline of like the Dylan guy who got quote unquote fired or some shit. Like even to speak on that situation, like for one, the team looks weird. The whole organization of the Grizzlies look weird of how they did that. It's like straight up corporate shit. I done got fired from jobs like they do it like that. They do all that extra shit. You can't ever come back. You don't ever like the fuck type of shit is that? So and the same thing I've even told people this like that I've worked with. And it's the same at the fucking NBA. It's a job. They at work. It's entertainment. It's understood what the situation is. People know they get paid millions of dollars, bro. They don't give a fuck if this shit is for real or not. They used to play for real. All this shit probably fake now. They grabbing little kids. All this shit stays. All this shit got money background. Nigga want you to bet money. It's a whole business. And somebody at the top of the business making the most money. We all can guess who that probably is. The same people who making the motherfucking TV shows and shit. It's, I don't really know how to explain it much more than that. But just look at that shit like a business. Nah, that's what I was saying. Like, look at the situation with the Grizzlies. How they did that. Like, any normal person, that's what I was saying. Like, I've even said it in jobs to the people. that I work with. You know what I'm saying? You ever had to light a fucking smoke nigga with one hand? I had to set this all on the counter and light it with the cherries sitting on the side. Yeah, so I used to tell people like how do people act because I worked at a real racist job. Like a lot of these warehouses are just really racist how they do shit. Like, and it's funny because racism is like this weird ass psychological topic. Like if you put too much emphasis on it, then you really gonna feel it. But the actuality of it is it's here. So it's like you gotta act like it's not here, but it's here. You know what I'm saying? But in these warehouses, the shit is so real, bro. Like I believe like the Hispanic culture, they understand something with the workforce. They understand it's like an unspoken language on how they move. Like they understand like they can go into a place and just take over that motherfucker. Like anywhere they go, apartments, anywhere. They just know how to stick together and know how to get the whole everybody in that motherfucker Hispanic. So a lot of these fucking warehouses, they be racist in that demeanor because as much as they stick together, then they racist. Like they don't fuck with no other races. They only fuck with they races. You know what I'm saying? And then they more dangerous because they know English and they got their own language. So it's like they could do the ultimate trickery on your ass. They could be smiling, hey, how are you today, my friend? And you talking this shit, oh, everything good. Yes, yes. And then they go and, senor, hey, my friend. And it's just like, and then when you look around, everybody is Hispanic. Even the fucking supervisor people. The only people that's white is the motherfucking people in the office. And they work hand in hand with the Hispanics. It ain't no black people in the office. Cause we like excluded out of the deal. But we are the main components that be making shit work. You can look at the NBA. They are really excluded from that shit. Like if you look at the ratio of how much money they make, all of them getting ripped off. Even though they getting paid millions of dollars, all of them getting ripped off from the ticket prices to the whole experience of it dealing with an NBA event. How much you finna pay per person, per seat, how the concession stand shit, all of that. It's like they only getting a 0.0003 type shit of the revenue. You know what I'm saying? It's just like any other job if you look at it like a pie chart. If you look at this shit like a pie chart, like the most important thing is the motherfucking bottom line, the profit, the gain. That's what they want the most of, but they know they have to have the employees to get their gain. They gotta fix their buildings. They gotta pay for shit to keep everything in safety regulations and all this shit. So it's like accounting, like liabilities, assets, like all of that stuff that people we don't know nothing about. That's why we don't own shit. But all of that different stuff inside of the pie chart, and then you got your little wedge that you pay out to your employees. It's the same in the fucking sports and shit. Same situation. They just dealing with a lot more money on the bottom line profit. Like you gotta pay to watch the channels of this shit. People watching on TV, all type of different ways of revenue, cash flow that they have and what they get the fucking players, and the coaches and the staff and all this other shit. So it's the same, but like I was saying with the jobs, like it really be racist, bro. Like you might think, oh no, because you can get a job and you're getting paid pretty decent money in today's day and time. Anybody can get it. They can't say no, we can't hire you because you black. No, it's never like racism ain't like that no more. It used to be like that. Like, and that's the idea that they still string along with racism, but it only has been modernized to what it is today. So just because we can get a decent paying job, that's about it. Like, we got to do a whole extra 10 hike miles of working hard and really obtaining something. But first we got to get the mind frame of that we can get it from working hard. We got the mind frame we want everything given to us because of the treatment. But like I was saying, we can get this job. We can get this decent paying job, no matter what you're doing, but they always have a spot. They always have a job for quote unquote black people. It's always an area, a section, something that's just very crazy. You know what I'm saying? I done worked in a whole bunch of different factories and situations making different stuff, plastic, chemicals, rubber, cups, magazines, all type of shit. Like, so I know, like, in those situations, you have jobs that are very like, pick this up, move this over here, fill up this bag, put it down. And then you got jobs that are making the bags. And you gotta load up the big machine and deal with the plastic and bust everything. Then you got to fucking unload the products that come inside of the warehouse. Then you gotta get heavy shit and you gotta pallet jacks, pick up 50, 60, 80 pounds and shit, put it down all day, just pallets moving them, picking up hand tools, drills. So in most cases, you have all of this inside of the factory because the idea of a factory is they want to do as much as they can in-house. They not trying to do nothing outsourced. If they can make the pallets and make the machines and make the guns and make everything, they gonna make that motherfucker. So my point is, what I'm saying is they're gonna have easy jobs and they're gonna have more hands-on jobs. And these are typically where they put people like me. People like me. So as much as I am making a living, it's not an easy living to where you just, oh, I'm gonna do this today, I know what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna wake up. It's like, for the most part, you don't really know what you're gonna be doing. And if you do know what you're gonna be doing, it's some motherfucking hard, sweat hard shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this don't fit 100% into the shit because I know it's places easy, niggas making easy money, a lot of money, woo woo woo. But if I'm gonna speak on the idea of the workforce, and our culture typically works for other people because we don't own too much stuff, then this is a language that a big bulk of us can understand. And you gotta understand too, like, society is like very egotistical, it's ego driven. So if you could look the part, if you could play the part, then a lot of times they can look past your skin color. And then you can say, oh, this don't really apply to me. This don't really, but you gotta understand, like, it's a lingo, it's a jargon. So if you are accepted, or if you are accepted, I'm sorry, into corporate America, despite being black, then it's a comfort level in you. It's a no threat. It's like, oh, okay. Nah, that wouldn't ever, like fucking go humiliate them and they'll just be like, because that's the price you have to pay to be in that seat. There's always a spot, is what is my point. And my point on top of that, and my whole point to a certain extent, is it's an Emmett Till effect. So what can happen to them can also happen to you. So as a big bulk of us go into our sections of where we work and we doing a lot and doing too much and they not doing it and she's pretty or she thick or oh she that so she got to do this and just walk around with the clipboard and getting paid more than you. Like, for all the people who deal with that, like, I feel like I said, it's like an Emmett Till effect. So the people who might just break down or might just, just like, I'm tired of it. It's like, and they leave, they get fired, whatever the case might be. It's dramatic, it's not, it's stealthy, discreet, whatever the situation. It's like, look at that as you. And I'm only speaking to the ones who actually feel like they can do something, who actually feel like they can change something. I know everybody doesn't feel like that. So what happens to them, you should look at it like it also could happen to me. The treatment, no matter if you cool with everybody like you, whatever. If you see somebody look like you and they getting treated bad or unfairly, you put yourself in that seat because it could be you. You one bad day away. You this close. You just got to grow a little bit more and they might. So it's like, in that mind frame, I feel like our progression in the direction that we go will shift. And like I was speaking on the Hispanics, like, I'm sure it will be something quite similar. You see what I'm saying? Something quite similar. But see, being the treatment and the things and all the stuff that we have dealt with, I feel like when we reach that point, it'll be different. So if I said all the Hispanics, they got the pros and cons and they stick together and they can take over and go to these places, you can share that mind frame of the pros, but as far as the cons, I feel like we just not really in the DNA like that. I mean, look at us still functioning with how we being treated right now. And it's a lot can show that if any other people get put in our situation, then they crack real fast. They're ready to kill them all. They yelling, they screaming, they can't believe the treatment. So it's like I said, whenever that shift does happen, I feel like it's a lot more integrity that's gonna come with that power. You know what I'm saying? A lot more principles in place, morals, just a pure, a righteous power, a forgiving power. Because, I mean, that's the only way to do it. That's the only way to do it. Like, you have to coexist with nature. Nature is not doing things bad naturally. It's being manipulated to have storms and floods and hurricanes and different things like that to cause harm. So we have to coexist with a righteous flow of energy once this shift happens. Yeah. So look at the NBA, like just a TV show sitcom. And they have millions of dollars, so you're probably not going to see the Emmett Till effect. As much as I want to believe the Kyrie situation has substance to it and it's really real, like, I really just feel like that's his role. He knows his role. He's just a character in the TV show. And with so much money online and so many families depending on them and different situations, like, I believe that they will stick to the code and they won't say nothing to Mike, you going blank. They won't say nothing to jeopardize. There you go. Jeopardize they millions of dollars. So it'll be something that we have to do just in society, just an average human that's not a celebrity and doesn't really have access to mega millions, and not even millions, but just a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? Because it's only in that environment or situation that provokes different thoughts, and different actions and different solutions that you might come up with. Because if you're getting paid millions of dollars, you feel like, I'm cool, I figured it out, everybody cool. So in that, it'll be hard for you to think about a solution like they would, or that category would. Like, each category will have different. So if you're too low, then now your solutions are just bad. Now they're just negative. Now you just want to do crime. But if you're floating in this balanced area of righteousness, of just the flow, then so will your solutions and outcomes in your mind frame. Once you detox and you want to change and evolve and transform. Because once you go too high, now it's on the low alert. You're too comfortable. You're kind of blind a little bit. It's too much material. Too many material things have your attention. The cars, the house, the money, the clothes, the food, the travel. It's taking too much of your energy to think of the solutions that need to be thought of at this time. So, yeah, I believe, like, I don't want to say. Let's see if I can show y'all the back. Protect masculinity. You know what I'm saying? Protect masculinity.